Hi everyone, welcome back to the podcast. Happy Sunday morning. No, Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
Sorry, Saturday morning. I ran ahead of myself. We are yet to do Sunday video. Anyway, happy Saturday morning. I hope you're doing well and I hope you had a wonderful week and I hope you did manage to do some investing during this week. Of course, the talk of the week was Kalyan Jewelers. I'm sure you saw Anand's video. I did promise to do a follow-up video, which I should have done, so you've probably seen that too. Since I'm recording this ahead of time, I can't predict the future. But I should have done. If Rupesh has allowed me to do it, I've been there on Beerich, and I hope you saw it. If you have any more questions regarding that, you can always catch me on Instagram, and we can have conversations there. But do realize, each person has their own idea and perceptions of what is right for them. I'm not trying to tell you what is right for you or what is wrong for you. I'm trying to present the case and facts as it appears to us and our interpretations of that. And we only want to share that with you. What you decide to do is purely up to you. And we don't want to be governing your decisions sitting here. That too, when we don't have a clear understanding on what your risks are and what your appetite is. So keep all that in mind when we disseminate any information to you, that it's purely for information, and what you wish to do with it is completely up to you. There are no rights and wrongs from where we are sitting, because it's very difficult for us to tell you what is right or wrong. That said, the disclaimer given. What do we have today, Dhana?
Today, sir, Tata Technologies company, your homework to research that company and then come back process what they have been made about overall view of the Tata Technologies.
Fabulous.
Yeah, sir. So today I come with that.
So what do you have for us?
Yes, sir. Today I analyzed the Tata Technologies company and come with the what was done by the Tata Technologies of the company. So first, business model of the Tata Technologies. So they are providing the digital services and then digital transformation services, engineering services, mainly engineering services. And it was a software reselling services also they are providing. And then they are running a education and training platform also in that company. So they are training like 6,000 students. I have been seen some websites side. And then some resources have been shown 1,06,000 students they have been educating and then training into the AI and IoT devices for them. And then they have the online training platform name I Get It. So through that they are providing that education and training for the AI upcoming visions. So these four are the main. One was engineering services, digital transformation, education and training, and then software reselling. So this was the main thing. So and then their products and services included software defined vehicles, that was SDVs. So in the EV vehicles and automated vehicles right now we are seeing in the places around us. So it comes under the SDVs. So for that they have the biggest collaborator, or they are the main player in the SDVs component. And then in EV segment also they are the main player. And then digital manufacturing. So in the Tata Motors, mainly we are focusing on the Tata Motors. So in the Tata Motors, before they were using only the manpower work highly. So now they are coming with the AI industrial equipments. So the manpower work was coming less to that. So nearly 30% that work timing was reduced, and then the cost efficient also done by the digital manufacturing solutions. So they are providing for the mainly Tata Motors, and then they are providing also for the other competitors also they are providing. In the educational solutions that we have been discussed, so this all is, so if we are taking as a whole thing, so we can easily combine with that cooking a meal. So if we are comparing for the example, so Tata Technologies provide the recipe like engineering and software. So they teach the chef, that students, training engineers. So they offer the better tools for the digital manufacturing solutions. So they are having all the equipments. Just we can take the solutions and the equipment from the Tata Technologies, we can build the EV vehicles. So EV vehicles also, and then they are providing aerospace also, they have been placed in the main role. So this all also. So if you are taking in depth, like conceptualize, so if we are the client, so we are having one company like car company or aerospace company, we are having one idea. So we need to create new product like electric car, aircraft system, anything. So we are the plan. So how we go and land up with that, we have no idea. So we are reaching the Tata Tech Kids. So they had done the market analysis, like what was the trend in the EV, what was the demand, what was the customer preference. So they understand that. And then they design the vehicle concept, like sketch out, and the prototype you have been seen. As engineering background, I know the prototype was that was a idea one, where they are made in the visualize or a small thing, like the car was a big thing, the prototype was a small thing. So they are running as a demo piece, like that we can take. And the innovation support also they given. The SDVs, software defined vehicles and lightweight materials, they give the innovation support. So first, the idea and design space, that was conceptualization. Second one was engineering design and development. So that how the idea that we have been created, and then they have been detailedly explained in the converting into the designs. So if we are having the 3D models and then technical drawings, we can input in the structure like materials and software system for the product. So the engineers can be done by that. So how the Tata Techs now helping into the engineer design and the development. So they have the ED, that ED means engineering development and engineering research. That platform been having a huge platform. So they create the designs for the key systems like battery, electric motor and software platform. And they having the simulation and testing labs also. Using the digital tools like finite element analysis. It was a machine learning and deep learning technologies. It was used finite element analysis to simulate the vehicle safety. In the third type, the prototype and validation. So the prototype means I have been told that it was a demo model, like that we can take. So that demo model they have been created and create by the virtually also, and then in the software and model also they have been creating and then give to the client, and then if they are accepting that okay it was good, and then they proceed for the next step, that manufacturing and production. So bringing into the product into the life. So in that phase, and the product is manufacturing using automated tools and robots, assembly lines. So the factories need to be getted out and optimized for the cost, speed, quality. So the Tata Technologies help for the manufacturing solution. It can be any company. So they are providing them robots and automated solutions for the digital factory creation, and then the processing of the engineering. So they line out the products, and then the production lines was increased due to the automation, very speed and the quality purpose also they have been increased by the help of IoT, automobiles and monitor production. And then the last step, deployment and support. So they will be helping for the deployment, like vehicle tracking services they have been provided, and then updates also they will be provided. After the sales also, the maintenance and support was done by the Tata Technologies. So by the way of all this combined, so it was a Tata Technologies business model. So if you are coming into the revenue service, the revenue segment mainly comes from the engineering services. That core, it was a core revenue driver. So focusing on the developing and delivering products like EV, SDVs and advanced aerospace system. So EVs, we know the Tata Motors, all the EV vehicles has been backed up by the Tata Technologies. They will be provide the EV solutions. And the SDVs means the BMW car, and then JLRs also, the SDVs also, they have been backed up by the Tata Technologies. They provide the services. And the advanced aerospace system, that Airbus, that aerospace system also, for that use, Tata is also a main client for the Airbus. So it was the main revenue segment. And then the digital transformation solution that we have been discussed, that they are providing the robotic services and AI powered system, and then product life management, PLM and industry 4.0 solution. So this is also given by the Tata Technologies. So they will be able to generate the money over in that core revenue segment. And then the education and training. So they are training by the online platform like I Get It, and then upskill the engineers, and then they will be globally upskill them, and then they will be launched to the other companies also. They will be working, but it was Tata Technology students it was considered, but they have been working for the other company, and then from that money or salary that will be come to the Tata Technologies. So they are having the very good education and training solutions also they have been providing. And then the reselling of third party software. So that was a PLM tools, and after the software they have been selling to the another company, that BMW, the main software was given by the Tata Technologies. If the software anything fails or they need the customer support, they will provide as a Tata Technologies. So these all are under the Tata Technologies, sir. So if we are coming into the global presence, they have been the Asia Pacific, and then Europe, North America and Middle East Africa. So the global workforce was 12,500 plus employees, sir. And the main revenue also comes from the India, 36% of the revenue, UK 24% of the revenue, North America 20% of the revenue, rest of the Europe 5%, and Vietnam and other rest of the world 14.4% of the revenue. So it was all the overall of Tata Technologies.
So now, considering the main thing is forte is software, right? And most of the revenue comes from software. And their biggest client is Tata Motors.
Tata Motors.
Yeah. Where do you think the value of the company should be? It's something which I want you to think about.
That value of the company, because
it's a newly minted company in terms of IPO.
Okay.
Before that, they were completely within Tata Motors, right?
Mm.
They saw potential for this company to be a separate company because of the services and the skills this company has. And they said, okay, this can be leveraged to a separate business and not only service Tata Motors. They can take this blueprint and sell it to other customers who require this kind of services. And they were offering this, right?
Correct.
So this is why they floated it, seeing the potential of this. So now, going forward, what I want you to think and understand and see is, what is the potential growth for this company?
Okay, I understand, sir.
You understood, okay, tell me.
That was a EV segment, mainly we can focus. EV and SDV are the future, I know. So, because it was the main revenue generator for the Tata Technologies. So, for that, they have been giving the Tata Motors also. And then they have the BMW also, they were providing Tata Technologies. So, the future will be the EV segment. And the total market share of the cars in the EV and the IC engine. So it was nearly EV was ramping up into the ICE segment. So the Tata Technologies is also not only providing for the Tata Motors. They are having the platforms like that we discussed in the. They have the, if we taking as a meals generator. So they have the chef, they have the recipe, they have all things. So if a company want to start a EV segment, they will go to the Tata Technologies. They will provide all the solutions. But they are not making anything, but they will provide all solutions. You including the...
They're sharing their know-how.
Yes, sir. Including the production also by the automation and the AI robots they have been using. So it will be easier to understand in the future how much of EV segment and EV market share increase in India and global. I include IC engine, how they are catch up by the EV share. So it will be benefit for the Tata Technologies also.
Okay. So now here's the problem, which I'll tell you. EV has had a potential of a huge dream, like AI. Everyone thought EV will shift over, will happen very fast. But in India itself, EV has other problems. It's not manufacturing which is a problem, not the car design which is a problem. EV requires a certain infrastructure which we are still yet to put into place in India. Second thing is the car range in India is a big concern for consumers. You know, the advertising, it's like 300 kilometers, 400 kilometers, but that range is still a question mark for most consumers in India. And the third thing in India, which is a big concern, is resale value. Indians like holding on to cars for some time and then hoping to sell it and get some money back. These are the three main concerns. If you see, the adoption of EV in India has been slow. From the initial euphoria, meaning excitement which was there, it has dampened.
Okay.
This is in India. And when you look at globally, EV sales are struggling.
Okay.
Especially when you remove the government support, the government benefits, it is struggling. And Trump, him declaring oil is the way to go and deciding to remove subsidies for electric vehicles and pulling out of Paris Climate Accord, he is setting the tone that IC engines and oil is here to stay for some time.
Okay.
So all that considered, do you think Tata Technologies in this current environment will be able to offer great business services in the EV space? What is your opinion?
They are also working in the EV, that battery replaceable. Now that Tata Motors at the Tata EV Punch or any vehicle we take, if the 300 kilometers is a range, after that reselling value, it is question mark right now also. But already Tata Technologies are working for that. So if they are coming, and the car will be coming into the Tata Technologies part, and then they will be recheck that and then reconstruct that. So the range will be increased, that 500 kilometer or 600 kilometer at the time of current level of range. So they will also provide and then recycle that. So it will be easier now.
Okay. Their argument is sound, but in theory, practicing, the technology is still some ways away. Even Honda, when they're launching two kind of bike options in India, where one will be a completely rechargeable battery, where you recharge like how Ola and all these other guys are manufacturing. The other is a battery swap. They'll have many facilities where the battery will be like available in a store, where when you run out of juice, you just go take your battery, give it to him, and take another battery, put it in your bike and drive. So that kind of swap thing, yes, but will it work in car is a question mark. And my biggest argument to you is, when the world's largest manufacturer was a Japanese car manufacturer such as Toyota and everyone, they're all still pushing on hybrid and hybrid technology more than EV. Do you think we still have a long ways to go before EV adopting happens by large populations like India? Do you think it will happen sooner or later? What is your gut saying?
It's mainly easy parts, sir. So I was deeply connected to the Tata Technologies. They are both performing in the hardware and software. So that was called embedded system. So they are basically focusing on the embedded system. I think embedded system was nearly booming in India. Also, it was booming. And India, most of the vehicles they have been our Indians focusing on the EV, sir. Apart from the hybrid. So they have the IC engine. They will prefer EV engine also. They will prefer hybrid. I think. Behind of the EV vehicle, the hybrid vehicles is there, sir. So I think EV will be pushed up. So everyone was using the EV. If that technology, so you are saying correctly that it will be in a theories, but if they are correctly done that recycling part, so the Tata Motors also went up into a enormous value also. Even the Tata Technologies also can be.
Yes. Because the reason I'm asking is Tata Motors has been beaten in the market. It is of prime value, right? 53% of Tata Technologies is owned by Tata Motors. And when Tata Technologies is so overvalued, right? Right
now,
it's expensive.
Expensive.
And if you're interested in buying Tata Technologies, for all the reasons you're saying, isn't it better to buy Tata Motors when Tata Motors itself owns 54% of Tata Technologies? Why would I want to buy Tata Technologies as a separate company when it's so overvalued? What is your argument?
I agree this point. There is no argument.
But I think all your analysis is correct. As far as EV is concerned, it has a certain thing which we have to play out and watch. But Tata Technologies does more than EV. They are, like you correctly said, they are not EV players themselves. They are there to provide solutions.
Solutions.
Yes, they not only provide solutions in EV, they provide solutions for industrial scale and offering AI solutions and robotics and automation and things like that. And in aerospace, aerospace is a big industry and it's a profitable industry. And they already do a lot of other services in aerospace, which is privately held by Tatas, which we do not know about. But Tata Technologies supports and aids all that. So there is an opportunity there. In terms of investing, is what I feel. It's a great company, but it's expensive compared to all other software companies. Basically, it's a software company. So if you look at it like that, they're providing IT services of a special nature, specialized IT services. So if you look at it like that, it's expensive. And if I want to buy it, I might as well buy Tata Motors, which still owns 53%.
Of the Tata Tech.
So that's why Tata Motors is even more undervalued. Imagine you think Tata Technologies is such a fabulous company. They own 54% of that company is inside this company. And this company is considered so terribly undervalued. When it owns Jamshedpur, it owns parts of Pune, right? And they are almost debt free. So if you look at all of it, and they're going to be split into two, right? It's going to become Tata Passenger and Tata Commercial. And let's not talk about Tata Capital and all that, whatever other goodies which are there. So if you look at all of it, yes, it's a fabulous company. But if I have to own it, I'd rather own it through Tata Motors. What do you think?
Firstly, I tell. So it was no argument.
No brainer.
No brainer.
Okay. So I hope you found this video informative and entertaining as always. The reason why I asked Dhana to dive into Tata Technologies is a lot of you have been asking us about Tata Technologies, if we should be considering it after the correction it's off. Around 30% is what it's come from its all-time high. So I was curious to know if you guys really know what Tata Technology is doing. Because that is equally important to know. So those of you who didn't know, now you know what Tata Technology is all about and what they do and the services they offer. And in terms of investing, Dhana has also clarified that you're much better off buying Tata Motors, which is such a, like he says, you get the full spread, the full meal. You get the chef, the recipe he was saying, right? That is not only in Tata Technologies, that is Tata Motors itself. So if you're looking at that, I would suggest that you look at Tata Motors if you are very keen. So I hope you found this informative and entertaining as always. Do have a wonderful weekend. Do be safe in your revelries today evening as you go out and do whatever you like to do. We'll knee and then I will see you again tomorrow morning as you're nursing yourself back to health bright and early on another podcast to discuss something of interest to you and to us. Thank you for watching the podcast.
Thank you.